Fun seems like the wrong word. On accident, mostly. But it's too soon to say, right? We shouldn't jump to that conclusion. We should not put those pieces together. Now, I think I see where that's gonna go. Oh, but nobody's ever gonna want to stop doing magic. How to say it, because I can't say it. Hello, fellow mages. It is time to return to Aurelium. Happy Magical Readathon! It is April 1st. Time to start. Well, I can't actually start today because I'm still finishing Sunrise on the Reaping. Yeah, 60 pages left, but where I left off last night, I was like, okay, I might have time to read like one more chapter, maybe, probably not even one more chapter. And I was like, but then that'll push me a little bit past where it seems like this is a really good place to stop. And once I get to the next part, I'm going to be like, but what's about to happen? And I think I know what's going to happen. Okay, so there's that. I'm Morgan, and my character, though, for the Magical Readathon, which is possibly why you clicked on this, is Kaylicia. I'm going into my third year being a scribe. And the first book that I'm actually going to read for the Readathon, which is also a buddy read, in my year in Aurelia prompt, is Blood Over Brighthaven. I have tried to do the math to figure out how many pages I need to shoot for to finish 5 books in this month, starting a day late, and it's about 71 a day to be able to finish this in the 6-day time span that I have. 5 days, right? Yeah, no, I did this one by 5 because I'm not starting it till tomorrow. So that's really fun, and I'm very, very looking forward to starting it, but also this one has been so much fun, or fun seems like the wrong word. I'm having a very good time with it, so I want to finish it. I don't know that I'll get to today, though. I just did the wrap-up, and I need to edit the wrap-up to go up tomorrow. So the amount of time to read is also going to be limited. And soccer games start today. And before soccer is gymnastics. Super busy, super busy. So that's where we are today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Also hope I can actually get B-roll. That this will be a B-roll week, because full disclosure, I'm not good with B-roll for most of my vlogs. But hopefully you will stick around and join me on my Aurelium adventure this month, and that yours is going great too.
I think these games are going to be different.
It is done. A completed Sunrise on the Reaping, and oh, the ending. Oh, the ending. All right, I knew something was coming, and I kind of understood, but it's so sad to do that to his mom and little brother. And yeah, that's kind of more sad to me than what happened to Lenora Dove. I loved it. Oh my gosh, I loved the book so much. Now it's time for bed, though. And tomorrow, I don't even know how to write the review for this one, or if I wait until the library hold comes in May and listen to the audiobook and then try to write the review. Might do that because it's Readathon month. We must continue. I got to watch and be part of the first bit of the sprints before I had to go get the kids. So I got to participate in a little bit. I didn't actually read during sprints though, because I was editing the video for tomorrow. Oh well, but we got done. Okay. Yep. Or some of the ones that I didn't get to, and we'll stick around for more stuffs. Okay, we're gonna be a hard word day. Got it. Good morning. We're about halfway through our busy day. We haven't got much done actually. I exercised. That was the culmination. I wrote some more of the review that I thought I was gonna post today. Yeah, but we have to go to the post office. We have to go to the grocery store and get these very long things removed. And okay, I still might start Blood Over Brighthaven today. Like I might can get chapter 1, but I did figure I should probably finish that other carryover from March. Funny story. The audio book says it's like 1 hour 54 minutes, and I'm listening to it at 1.75 on accident mostly. Normally I start books at 1.5, but I've been on 1.75 the whole time through this book, and it's been going fine. So we're going to finish that one this afternoon during the driving to all the places for the chores, and yeah. And maybe I want to try at least chapter 1 to get some pages for Magical Readathon done today. I do. I need to update, though, what I've read every day of the month. Even though it's not for Magical Readathon, it'll still give me my average page count for every day at the end of the month. Because I did not mention how many pages I read last month in my monthly wrap-up tracker. Or hours listened to, but that was a little bit harder, maybe. That was a little bit harder to do because there was 3 books and there was 2 the mixed did. Okay, we need to go get started now. I'm still kind of thinking about Sunrise on the Reaping, like how it ended. Did I provide enough details? Did I provide too many details? Oh, I ran it through Copal. I should say that probably. It was a 4.5 stars, because of course it was. Definitely so much better than Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which I still haven't seen the movie for. Off, though, to do the things. Off to do the things now. I finished Funny Story while making dinner earlier, and it was sweet. It was sweet, and I like the way she went about it, too. It wasn't just, oh, happily ever after because, they're together. No, she told him, okay, I can accept, that you love me and that I need to, have my own life and I need to find my own life because she'd always been, her life around her boyfriend before, her fiance before. And so she got her own place. She made her own life. I shouldn't be spoiling the end of this book. I just like the ending. That's all. Okay, so I did that. And I decided to go ahead and start. Oh my gosh, I hope you can't hear the music coming from the bathroom as she's listening to whatever she's listening to. I decided to start The Blood Over Bright Haven. Hopefully the light's okay too. Tonight, I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to and physically read the first chapter. I've gotten through chapter 2. And that's a good chunk of pages. It's 36 pages. I'm on page 37. And we have gotten to meet 2 characters, actually, because chapter 1 starts you off with a male perspective of, it seems like a tribe's people that live on this frozen wasteland, winterland, across a giant lake, and there's something called the blight that's been killing off all the crops and all the animals and most of them, but they're going to try to make it to safety on the other side of the lake where the glittering golden dome of Tehran is. Tehran? And I was listening to it, why can't I say it? In a city with these high buildings and sidewalks and metal structures and cars. And these are hunter-gatherer peoples. Because the city protected them and allowed them all this innovation with magic, as you find out later. And then the next chapter, you cut to our main character, Siona Freinen. And she is studying to be a high mage. That is her goal. That is what she is trying to attain. And she is the first woman actually ever to take this test. It is only opened up for women to take every 10 or 20 years. Yeah, they only allow it to happen every this because they don't think it'll happen. So, but she's the first one to go through with it, actually take the test. And where chapter 2 ended, she had just had her name called to where she's actually going to go up and perform the test, because it's a series of trials, kind of, where you have to do spells to make things happen. And so she's watched all the other people compete at this point. She's seen everybody else go through the trials, all the men competing, because there's only 2 spots open. Also, between the chapters, there's excerpts from the Talisad, which is the laws. And it says in verse and the year of Tehran, that was written after the founding because the magical barrier was put up because it was foretold of the blight coming. I have thoughts of how the blight actually appeared, but it's too soon to say, right? We shouldn't jump to that conclusion. We should not put those pieces together because that's not, oh my gosh, I hope that's just not what it is. And one of the quotes, though, from their founding things, I should have just I took a picture so I could keep it later, but I'm not tabbing. Maybe I should have tabbed. I don't want this to be long. Okay. So the mission statement of the university is truth over delusion, growth over comfort, God over all. Truth over delusion. And they're supposed to uncover some great secret. This is her university's mission statement. Okay. I don't know if I'll actually get to my page goal of 71 pages today. I really don't. Maybe, but I doubt it. So that's where we are through chapter 2. I can probably get through chapter 3 to see her pass her test, because we all know she's going to pass the test. That was in the description of the book. So, but I do appreciate that it took us back. And then in chapter 2, we got some history as to how the city was born. Maybe a little too fast, though. Good morning. I know I hit record on the camera, and I have double checked that the microphone is on. This is my third try to film this morning's clip. I mean, what is going on? It is the third, so 30 tries for the third. The first time, I forgot to hit record on the camera. I noticed when I got up to turn it off to stop recording. The second time, apparently I turned the microphone off. I don't remember doing that, but I recorded a completely silent clip. So yay me. And yeah, now I just went ahead and recorded the tag video for tomorrow. Hopefully that goes well. It took 20 something minutes, and I didn't think it was going to be that long, but hopefully it edits down. And maybe it was just all the times I attempted to do the intro and the outro, because those are really hard, even though they should realistically be almost the same thing as normal. But you know, every time it's so hard. I still have not watched back last night's clip, so I don't actually remember the last thing I said. But Sayona has started at her high mage job. She got just shown to her lab by the janitor because nobody was at the front desk to tell her where her lab was. They run into a group of other high mages, which one of them was nice and accepting. The other one was, of course, the sexist jerk who's the prodigy or whatever. And that is when the janitor became her assistant, because they hadn't actually put any thought into who her research assistant would be, besides thinking no male research assistant would want to work under a female because that's demeaning, rude. And he's, of course, saying that she only got the position because their mentor gave her special, or she gave him special favors, and he wanted just the reputation of mentoring the first female mage to become a high mage. Obviously, even though they gossip about everything else and talk about everything else, what went down in the high mage trials has not been talked about, even though one of those people in the hallway was somebody who just tested with her yesterday. And so he saw what she's capable of and how she completed more trials than any of the other males did and how strong her final test actually was. But no, she's a woman. Obviously, she's not capable. Going into it, though, in the timeline, of course, I expected the sexism in the academia. That was laid out from the description pretty much. Now the janitor, her assistant, it was just, they were both kind of thinking it was just a joke kind of on both of them. And she didn't think it was a joke on the janitor. She thought he inadvertently got roped in. But she felt bad for him because she figured if, he tried to go back to his regular job, the high mage people might still be out in the hallway and make fun of him again. So she's like, you know what? Okay, fine. Be my assistant. And he's like, no, you want someone better. She's like, can you read? And he said, yes, not very well, but yes, he can read their language because, of course, this is our character that we met in the first chapter that, ran to safety inside the barrier. And he got the job as the janitor there. And now he will be her resource assistant. Something she mentioned, though, about his people, the Carowin, she said they brought the blight on themselves. Now, I think I see where that's going to go. I kind of hope not. But, you've read several of these books. You kind of think along these sorts of lines. Only time will tell. I shouldn't dig into that, though. I don't know how much more I'll get to read because I need to edit the tag video so it'll go up tomorrow. I will try to update later, though, that hopefully I get at least another chapter or two read and can update you tonight after soccer and everything before bed. Because they have a late soccer game, too. In position. Didn't align it right. Good morning. I need to go back to finishing up the lunch boxes and water bottles and stuff, but I just got to the end of chapter something. I should really remember. I don't know. Insert it. I was right about the magic. Oh my gosh. So right. I do like the way they went about showing it, though. Like, that Tomo never guessed it until visually it was seen in his reaction to it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. But I was so right. I kind of hate that I was right at the same point, but it's been buried to history. Got it. Yes, this is awesome. Don't know how we're going to move forward from this. Don't know. Though, they don't need to be saved from it, if you know. Oh, but nobody's ever going to want to stop doing magic. But the Quinnen, they never had that issue, and they used magic before. So it's something specific to the high mages. Big day, though. My washing machine is coming today. I'm so excited. I've got most of the room cleaned up. I got the pathway clear. Oh, we need to move a table. Okay, and we'll be back after we have made more progress. And to show the off the washing machine, maybe. Probably not, actually. The rest of the laundry room still looks kind of rough. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, normally I don't stop in the middle of chapters. And good morning. We didn't update last night, but I'm sorry. That was too good. I think I'm going to have to save that. I like using not comments, but quotes that are like out of context. They don't seem to make sense, but it was too perfect. And I don't know though. I don't know. This one might be like too out there to do too. Like this one is, I put it together when you started screaming like a skinned rat. And she's talking to High Mage Rinthorn, the one that was all sexist and mean to her. I said good morning, right? Yeah, I said good morning. I didn't update last night though because we dove into the solo leveling real hard. If you haven't seen Solo Leveling, highly recommend it. It is an awesome manual. We are watching though in the dubbed. What is that noise? So we're last two episodes of season 2 are not dubbed. I know I could just watch it anyway because I really would like to. We watched most of season 2 last night. That's the no updating. It is a bit gruesome, like into the dying and the monster battles and stuff like that. But otherwise, really cool how portals to dungeons opened up across the world. I don't remember how many years ago. And if they're not closed within a certain amount of time, it becomes where the monsters like flood into our world and start killing people. But there are gifted individuals who awaken as hunters, and there could be mages, assassins, healers, tanks, fighters, like all different sorts of stuff, and they come in different power level ranks. So it's very cool. I highly recommend people checking that out because season 1 is very awesome in its own right, and season 2 has just been epic. The character, though, I can see a character difference, though, between how he started the show and where he is now. I do see that. But back to the point of Blood Over Brighthaven, as we don't have much light. It's moderately early in the morning. I've made it almost halfway now. Yeah, page 266. I don't remember the last thing I updated, except that I remember she found out exactly what the magic was. And I probably should not keep saying things about the book specifically because spoilers. And I was editing the video a bit last night before watching Solo Leveling. And I'm like, oh, is this too much spoilers? I don't think so, because most of the things I was saying was really early on things and just my speculations. I don't know. There are also a bunch of pauses where it's kind of weird to edit together, where I have gaps as I'm thinking of what to say, and then lots of babbling at the same point, but yet gaps. And this clip is also going to have that as I'm trying to think of if I'm going to say things or not. So I'll just try to sit still so that they can cut together really well. Oh, I was right about one other thing besides that, like after that big revelation, and then she has her whole mindset about one thing, and Tommel, of course, is a bit more realistic. And yes, I was right in that assumption of believing Tommel's point of view. But okay, we're not going to spoilers too much. I don't think I'll finish it today, because I do need to edit the vlog. I need to edit the Monday video. And we have more Mario Kart to play, apparently, I was told, because I got the family pass to sign up for, be able to say we're interested in the Switch 2 earlier That way maybe we'll get to pre-order it before it sells out. So I signed up for that, which came with new Mario Kart tracks that he's been begging for. So we're playing Mario Kart. We need to do all that. My washing machine came in yesterday, and I'm so happy. I was so happy to run to that washing machine. We just got back from the orthodontist because my oldest got his braces off. He's very happy. And my washing machine was here, and I was so, so excited. And so, yeah, I have a lot of laundry to actually do today, too. But I have been going back and forth the audio. The audiobook narrator for this is amazing as well. Like, when I don't know if I said this in an earlier clip, when I was reading and listening to it at the same time, I can bump it up to like 1.8 while reading and like listening to it and looking at the page. I'm staying on 1.5 though when I'm around doing things. This way I make sure I'm not missing anything. But she is super clear though. Like she's got an accent, but it's very well done with the words, and I highly recommend. The book is going great. I'm loving it. And I don't know how we're going to wrap this up exactly, but her and Renthorn are in the library now. And will he manage to be an ally? I don't think so. But I kind of don't know if he's going to stand in her way. Because, he's set up to be the biggest jerk ever. But yet, maybe he's also seeing the realities that we won't talk about until we get to the end of the book, at least. And then we shouldn't talk about it because that's spoilers. And gosh, that's hard. Because I want to say the things, but I can't say the things. Okay. We're going off into Babble Land, so we're going to wrap this clip up and hopefully actually come back later today.
A series of pathways appeared connecting our world to another dimension. These gates left us vulnerable to horrors previously beyond our imagining.
We're going to share the chair as I'm possibly completely out of frame, but this is a quick update anyway. It's just to say that, that whole thing I said last time was completely wrong, and now you won't even share it. You took the chair, and now okay. I was completely wrong. So far off base. I'm beating myself up about a minute ago because it's like, that is totally more maybe of a YA book move. Why would you even think that would happen? I can't even think of a single fantasy book or adult where it might have happened. And the bad thing was happening while we were out trying to exercise, like run. And I'm listening to an audiobook and it's happening. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna continue. She got herself out of the situation. I'm gonna go now, and hopefully when we come back, wherever we're updating from in the next, something will be more cohesive. I don't know if I'll update again today or not, or I'll see you in the morning. Still hot. Good morning. How far back was I supposed to be sitting again? I did not record yesterday through all the stormy weather, and then an unexpected visitor appeared, and then it was all just loud giggles, laughing, squealing stuff through the rest of the afternoon. So that happened. And I only read about 39 pages, I think, when I did my page count for the day. So that puts me... Okay, I listened to chapter 20 this morning. The next chapter is an hour long, though. But if I can bump it back to 180, then it'll be like less than an hour, but I have to be able to sit and read while I do that. But okay, that's not the point right now. So when I started today, though, I was at 345. So like 60 pages from the end of the book, give or take 70 pages. So very, very close. And we are at the point where Sayona did the thing because she couldn't live with all the actions of what was happening from the mages and, the guilt. And so the truth must be heard. And she did the thing, and totally she could not think through the consequences of what might happen. Even though Tomo tried to tell her, he tried to warn her, and he told her she wasn't thinking through it enough. And now she's seeing. Now she is seeing. And I do feel really bad about her cousin, though. I do feel that, like, maybe that was too blunt, but she's very blunt. And her cousin was accurate on, the way Sayona was treating her and her mom, or her cousin and her aunt. How, she was happy to let them do all the work and she could just live her single academic life. Yeah. That's accurate. That is accurate. So I am going to finish the book today. Probably not this morning. Probably not this morning, but I'm going to finish the book and we will come back with those last thoughts, because in the Discord, some people were like, this book isn't, as good as I hope. And then they come back after they finish it and like, amazing. And I'm like, what happened? What happened? And there's like this whole spoiler section that's blurred out. And I'm like, I want to click on it so bad. So bad. Okay. That's where we are this morning. And yeah, we're almost done with our first class though for Aurelium and finishing it today. Oh, actually I should have finished it yesterday because I said a book every 6 days. But it's okay. One of them is exceptionally small, right? Yeah. Even though that should not be the next one I'm reading. Did it. I did it. And my gosh, that ending. Oh my gosh, that ending. It was perfect. How to say it? Because I can't say it. Okay, it's almost, it's so close though to one of those types of endings that I'm like upset about, but it's so hopeful. It's so hopeful at the same time that I'm okay with it. And also like what went down with Siona, how that happened. And then the last few chapters with just Tommen, yeah. And Renthorn, why can't I say his name now? That, oh my gosh, that justice. Seeing it is better than how at first I thought would happen to him. I thought, he was going to get the poetic justice because of everything he's done. But nope. So we finished. Oh goodness, what class was this for again? I know that this was for my year in Aurelia adventure. Hold on, double check. My phone is very low in the battery, apparently. Let's hit that do not disturb button so it'll stop beeping at me. Restoration. This was supposed to be my one for uncommon antidotes. And yeah, wow. Wow, that's actually awesome because everything that happened is uncommon and kind of an antidote to their situation, or at least that's what she hopes that her outcome is going to be. But, I have a question that is never brought up in the book, and it's more of a future thinking question, and why is that not something that they've ever thought of? But I mean, I guess relating to the real world, it could be like, how we don't really think about the global warming because that impacts generations down the line. So we don't think about that. And since they're telling the lie that it's God's bounty, I guess they can fool themselves into thinking that it'll always be bountiful. But will it? Because it seems like it's going to be something that, has a finite amount, especially with the barrier expansion program. I don't think that I'm supposed to talk about the barrier expansion program because I think that that's something that I haven't brought up before, and it's not like a big spoiler, right? It's not a big spoiler. I still probably should not have mentioned it. Okay, so I got to figure out how to write a review. Maybe I should, because this is definitely a book that deserves it. I have no idea what the star rating is going to be. And then the next one that I'll start maybe tomorrow night, at some point tomorrow, that I'll probably should just tell you about tomorrow, is going to be the lower class that I have to use the scroll to do, The Ashfire King by Chelsea Abdullah. And we'll tell you tomorrow, maybe if we're starting it, because, yeah, I need to start it for the class. I need to start it because it's an arc, and it comes out in a week, and I feel bad that I have not gotten it read before. And Cat People came out, and I still haven't read that. And my library didn't get a copy. Hopefully this clip comes out okay with the lighting, and not much of an update. Not much of an update for you. And also, I have no idea how my face really, really looks. My lips might be blue from dessert because I had a frozen ice thingy that was blue. Okay, that's where we are. And hopefully you guys are having a good time reading, watching, enjoying your own magical readathon that's happening. That's almost an outro. In case I don't film a good enough one tomorrow, we'll let this be the outro to the vlog. And happy first week of reading. Oh, I need to go put it into the tracker to help us get the next dragon. Oh my gosh, I didn't talk about the dragons at all in this video, did I? In the trash coon.